Exciting news. Oh, exciting news indeed. Baelstrom has repaired Celestia's spiral key. Now, here you go.
Headmaster Ambrose hands you a spy.
Oh, yes. There's a distress call from the Spiral Geographic Society trapped on Celestia. Do see if you can help them out.
Oh, hello there. Did you get our distress? Our leader is Sir Thurston Plunkett, but he's disappeared. He went missing even before... We found this place the long way, by sailing our airship across the spiral in an attempt to reach ancient lost Celestia. Our airship is on the surface, and we've been building air-filled domes so we can explore the sunken ruins. Plunkett believes that if we restore the Grand Astrolabe, we can learn the missing artifacts that power it are stored in the 3 astral galleries. We had almost deciphered the inscriptions on the major portal. The ways into each of those places, though, are through the gateway portals, and the portal stones were broken apart and taken. If you're here to help us, you should really go speak to Dalton Prescott in the Promenade. The Promenade is connected via one of the access tunnels leading to the survey. Prescott is the acting lead of the expedition until we get Sir Plunkett back. Be careful. There are strange things afoot in this place.
I don't remember you among the crew roster. How did you get here? So much has gone wrong since we arrived. We no sooner made base camp when we met with technical... Following that were thefts of equipment and stores. The most recent calamity was an assault by some of the... It would be a great help if you could find the survivors of... Let them know the attack is over and they can come back.
Is it safe to go back to the promenade yet? I've been hiding here for a while now and am a bit cold and hungry.
Yikes! Please, don't hurt me. Oh, you don't look like one. Very well, then.
Oh my goodness! Rescue at last! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wonderful work. We're explorers, not adventurers, and the attack caught us off. It stands to reason you came... I'm afraid that Plunkett disappeared a while ago. He left his notes with us, but they seem to have gone missing in the recent attack. Can you take a look-see and gather the missing journal pages? Much obliged. You hold on to those pages in the event you find Plunkett. I've some bad news. Well, more of a spot of bother, really. But the crustaceans broke the dome, and I'm struggling to find a means of repairing it. We kept us. Can you go and see if you can recover the bottles of sealant from the crustacean pincers who took them from us? 4 bottles will do it, I should think. Not to put too much pressure on you, but we're losing pressure. Oh, smashing! You've got the sealant! Now go to the cracks in the dome and apply it just so. Spot on! I knew you could do it! I've taken a roll call and it came up short. We've searched the as we say in the explorer business, it's hat and whip time! Could you search the pinnacles for clues to their whereabouts?
You find a small piece of shell that looks like it came from a crab. You find a golden pocket watch. It looks strangely familiar. Have you seen this before? You find a tiny piece of rubble with a stone carving on it, part of a larger stone building.
I'm no Sherlock Bones, but by the look of things, 1. That piece of shell. 2. That watch belongs to Barclay O'Brien, one of our expedition. He was so proud of that watch. And 3. That piece of stone looks like it looks like the crustaceans took members of our... I'll bet that one of the crustaceans in the area has to have a key. Go and defeat one of them and take it. Then make your way into the tower.
You're right on time. Or perhaps early. Or late. What's that? My watch! Oh, thank you mightily. Look me up when you get back to the promenade, won't you?
Who's this? An intruder! Let me get to my claws around you.
The crustacean drops a big piece of stone. It looks familiar, like it belongs to the portal back in the Celestia base camp.
I heard the sounds of a duel and wondered if the cavalry was on its way. Huzzah! I hate to leave my work unfinished, though, but I'd best get going now that... Thanks once more for your help. Terrible fright. However, there is still valuable work. Could you find a particular stone tablet downstairs and make a... Here's a piece of crayon and some paper. You'll know the tablet when you see it. Be thorough.
You follow West's instructions and make a rubbing of the inscriptions on the strange stone tablet.
Very nice work there. I should be able to translate this. I think I have it. If I had only thought to bring a copy of the Stone of Mazaroth. That said, I believe the tablet confers. The words are in ancient Celestian, but as a wizard, you should have no trouble remembering strange incantations in ancient languages.
You speak the Celestian words, and as you do, you feel a strange change coming over you. The feeling soon passes, and you feel normal again.
There you go. You should be able to go anywhere down here, dome or no, without risk of drowning. Even though the Celestians devised a means of breathing underwater, we can't thank you enough for your assistance. You came at a time when things are at their worst. In the time since Plunkett sent the as you might have sussed out, we're still... Is there any way you can go to the Grotto and speak with Rupert Fleming? He and his team suffered the brunt of the attack.
From the airship? How did you get down here? We were captured by the crustaceans, but the whole none of us are much when it comes to fisticuffs and those crustaceans. They put us in these cages, so we chose to spend our time observing their culture. Can you go and thrash some crustacean claw cutters and see if you can find some clues about what they're up to? You gathered a piece of coral, a piece of crab. Let's see if we can put these clues... The story these clues tell is that it's a dangerous, sprawling... It's a dangerous maze with at least a dozen types of coral. Can you try and find the origin of the piece of coral you found? Found the source? Oh no. See those scorch marks? If I might care to guess, you're his... I suspect that the crustaceans have taken... The logical conclusion, then, is you observe, make a theory, and then test that theory. It is the scientific method in action.
You have found the second portal piece.
Found what you were looking for? I'd say that theory proved correct, eh? The crustaceans are a lazy bunch, so it's certain that we've observed that crustaceans, if you search their belongings and pay. So if you want to find the other missing, defeat some crustacean pincers in the coral caverns and search them for clues. They'll lead us to the next piece of the portal.
All the crustacean pincers are following the same path from the starfish door. Maybe you should look further. A giant armored starfish holds the gate closed. It won't be easy to open.
Giant starfish, you say? The crustaceans wouldn't be using that starfish unless they... The crustacean boss around here is Optiomesimos. Find and defeat Optiomesimos. and force him to tell you how to get that starfish gate open. He's a coward. He'll tell you.
What's the big idea? You just about yourself a thrashing for bothering me.
Now we're getting somewhere. If Opti Missimos told you the truth. The next step is to gather enough. The crustacean wave runners are always. If you defeat a few crustacean wave runners, once you get the starfish gate, then you should probably just take both pieces back to Dalton Prescott in the promenade. No need to risk them down here.
Looks like you picked up a wee bit more than you can. Looks like you picked extra loot. You visit your dorm. If you'd like more space in your backpack, you can always purchase a handy expand backpack elixir from the Crown Shop.
But one of this happens when you... If you'd like more space in your backpack, you can always purchase a handy expand backpack elixir from the Crown Shop.
We feed the algae to the starfish on the gate.
So this is the intruder who dares to enter our realm. What a jest! You don't even have a soft shell.
The governor drops the other piece of the Stellarium portal.
What's that? You've recovered 2 pieces of the Stellarium? I can sense that things are going to turn around for this expedition, thanks to you. I know that Edith Benchley back in... I'd head back and see what you can do to help over there.
Oh, wonderful! You've got the pieces of the portal! You must go and repair it now with the pieces you recovered. It should be easy to do.
You replace the missing pieces of the broken portal.
A stellar job! No pun intended. I hate to send you packing when you just got here, but those are needed to open the Stellarium. Go and speak to Thornton Lewis in the District of the Stars. He'll be ever so grateful to see you.
Oh dear, who are you? You must be barking It's a madhouse down here, to be certain. They call themselves the Piscean Guard, and they claim to... They've prevented us from our main work. I assume you're here to rescue us and to... If you want to rediscover the secrets, first lesson, observation. Based on where it stands, would you be so kind as to go and survey that monolith and return here with your findings?
The monolith is ancient, but upon closer examination, the broken edges look fairly fresh.
How interesting! A great deal of what explorers do is collect pieces. You see, the Celestians were very big on building secret... You can read a lot about a culture from how they built... That said, if they are crude vandals, always chopping at... Sometimes being an explorer isn't... Could you go and recover some of the pieces of the broken monolith from the Piscean Guard? Great work! I think you got all the missing... Lesson 2. Restoration, or rebuild. The stellar protectors were made by... They're just suits of metal animated by... The power motes should provide enough... Could you go and collect a few power motes from inactive stellar protectors? No need to damage an active one. Those should do the trick. These power motes must be treated... Where will we get that? Blimey! I've got it! Take those power motes to the Star Forge and bathe them in the flames. Be careful, that's incredible power at play.
You treat the power motes within the Star Forge. In short order, they're ready for use.
Those should do perfectly. I've reassembled the pieces of the broken monolith, but the translation is a bit... Could you do us both a favor? Speak to the archivist there. It's sort of a talking library catalog that will tell you what you need to know.
I am the Archivist, a construct to aid research in the Astral Archive. Based on the nature of your request, I have prepared courses of instruction at 3 different preceptor stations. The stations are devoted to contrivances, conflict, and configurations. You may utilize them in any order you wish. Though the people of Celestia exist in harmony with the universe, the other worlds of the spiral are not so. Celestia's magic touches to mount a proper defense.
The Preceptor has a great deal to say about all manner of conflict, from wars to magic duels. Eventually, the lesson ends.
Celestia's greatest achievement is its mastery of astral magic. Celestian magic is intrinsically tied.
The lesson continues for quite a while, teaching you so much to learn, and then the lesson ends.
Among the greatest of Celestia's achievements is the creation of magic artifacts, or these contrivances are essential to Celestian life, and are marvels of crafting and...
This goes on for a while. All manner of schematics, plans, and diagrams flash before your eyes until at last the lesson ends.
You look like you've been hitting the books. Now that you've a working knowledge of Celestian, we can determine understanding context is vitally important. The broken monolith has many markings. Could you go and survey the chantry to see what might be learned of the area? Return here with what you've learned.
You examine the observatory. Using the mosaic on the floor appears important, based on the architectural The mosaic is clearly the key to understanding. Unfortunately, it looks like many of the mosaic plates are missing. If they were there, the meaning would be clear.
So, what did you learn? You say someone stole the shiniest and brightest plates of the mosaic? Given what we know about the shark, I think you know what to do. Be sure to look around the rest of the chantry as well. Those sharks will often hide things from their rivals.
A shark must have used this place to hide a small cache of mosaic tiles, perhaps to barter with. You take them. You find a small mosaic tile wedged into the gears of the orrery.
6, 7, 8, 9. You've recovered all the missing. Now you're ready to head on into the chantry and see about putting the pieces back where they belong. That should put us ahead of the game. Excellent work! You've done much to earn your way. I've taught you all. Go to the Astral Archive and see if you can cadge some more out of that archivist. That should set you on the right path.
I am the Archivist, a construct to aid. I am the Archivist, a construct. My empathic array detects that you are here searching for a means. Only Celestian citizens. Temporary access to the Stellarium. Please present yourself to the Preceptors of Configuration. Once finished, return with the token. The Preceptors have been activated and are ready for your use.
The preceptor lectures for a little while about identifying and resolving. When the lecture is complete, the preceptor produces a small metal token for you. Congratulations. There is an extremely long lecture about Celestian philosophy. At the end of the lecture, the preceptor produces a small metal token for you. Shiny. The preceptor speaks at length about the creation of devices with magic. When it is finished lecturing you, the preceptor produces a small metal token for you. Good job. You fit the 3 course completion tokens into slots on the security plinth.
Congratulations. Your evaluation was a success. If you wish to continue, proceed to the pedestal immediately outside the doors of the Stellarium in the Grand Plaza.
pedestal appears to be missing a small section of metal, a key of some kind. Perhaps Thornton Lewis knows about it.
Funny you should mention. The other day I saw the Piscean leader. I wager he knows something about your missing key.
This is no place for a surface dweller. Come on, boys! Fresh meat!
drops a piece of curiously shaped metal. It must be the missing key.
I think you finally got it. This is it. Now you can journey into the Stellarium. That artifact is crucial to understanding Celestia's star magic. Recover it and take it to the Grand Astrolabe in the Celestia base camp.
You were about to enter. You were about to enter a dungeon.
Do not proceed. Your defeat is inevitable. Spare yourself the humiliation. You have defeated me, but your weak mind cannot solve the problem. We guarded the gateway well, with a grid of flux panels. Though you can manipulate the pedestals and orient the flux, such cleverness is beyond your human function. Do not waste your time attempting this challenge. Accept your limits with dignity.
Though my home was beyond the stars, I have dwelt in this place for time out of mind, serving and waiting. I will not surrender the secrets of Celestia's magic willingly. battled bravely and with honor. The light of the stars clearly led you to this place through the sea of night. I release unto you the Star of Celestia. Use it in pursuit of knowledge and learning. You may proceed.
You remove the Star of Celestia from the Stellarium. It glimmers with astral power. You slot the Star of Celestia into the Grand Astrolabe.
Wonderful! You've done it! Now you've done so much for us already, but I'd send you on in the submersible, but it's not working just now. I'm sure you're ready for a breath of fresh air and a spot of sunlight. Can you go to the surf? Pierce is our dock master, overseeing that. To get to see Pierce, you'll have to head up to the surface. He can set you up with the submersible parts.